Hello everybody. Okay, welcome to Prac3Exercise2. In this exercise we're going to read through code and find the syntax and logical errors. So basically what this program does is it calculates the amount due when buying concert tickets. The price of an adult ticket is 350 Rand and the price of a kid's ticket is 200 Rand. So we've done this in class, so you should have gone through the code here and spotted the errors. So we'll start straight from Visual Studio. So first we're going to design the form. So it's file, new project, name your project, Prac3Exercise2. Yep. Nope. Already have that. Let's put an underscore. Cool. Okay, so what do we have in the form? We have three labels, 1, 2, 3, two numerical up downs, and a button. So we can drag across a label, which is here, and then we can actually just type it now. So in the label we're going to have the text, tickets are 350 Rand for adults and 200 Rand for children. Okay. Oh, children younger than 16. Cool. That should change. Another label. Sorry, let me extend that. Okay. So another label. Here, number of adults, and here, number of kids. So let's change the text first. Remember to change the control name here. Do the same here. And then the text. Cool. Now we still need text boxes. Oh, sorry, numerical up downs. So two numerical up downs. It's 1, 2. Should rename these to NUD. There. NUD adults and NUD children. Remember guys that the names that we actually give them here can be your own, but as long as you make sure that this name under the design property here is what you reference in your program, so you're coding. So a button's needed still. BTN. Cool. So that's going to be calculate. Okay. And then the text should be, wait, are we there? So the text should be calculate total price. Cool. Just make your forms look pretty. Okay, at this stage guys, you should be aligning everything. Make use of the little blue line that you see there to get it in the right position. Okay. Cool. So next, now that the form's done, we're going to have to find the errors here, which I'm assuming you've done. So what we'll do is copy the code that was given to us. You can type it out if you want, it's better because it's going to go into your brain that way. So we double click on this event, on the button, sorry, and it'll create the event handler. So we copy that code inside the event handler. Now we should get errors And this is what the prac is about, fixing these. So let's start. Firstly, we see here number of children. So here we go. There's a semicolon here when it's supposed to be a comma. That should work. Okay, this one was a bit tricky because a lot of people in class actually skip this, or like just glance past this. This is a logical error. So remember, in the question they tell us that the price of an adult ticket is 350 Rand and the kids ticket is 200, whereas in the code it's the other way around. So this won't throw an error in Visual Studio, so it won't be a syntax error, but this is a logical error. So we change that to 350. Sorry, just did that again. 200, and then that one's to 350. Cool. Remember to save, guys. Just do it. Okay, so here now. Okay, let me explain the thing. So now we've done our variables here and we've corrected the logical error. So the syntax error was the comma, and then the logical error was the switch between the prices. So now we move on for the input. Okay, why do you think, can't actually ask you this over the video. Okay, so this error, a numerical up-down by default is a decimal. Okay, and now we're trying to assign that decimal to an integer, which we can't do because they're of different types. So we have to convert one of them to make sure they fit in. Convert one of them to make sure they're compatible. And the one we're going to convert is the numerical drop-down because we're storing it in the variable which is of type integer. So you guys should be really used to this statement now. So it's convert.toInt 32, open bracket, close bracket. Cool. Same thing applies here because number of children is of type integer. Convert dot to int 32. Cool. So that should work. Moving on. Here we go. So the problem here is its case sensitivity. So as it says, the name number of adults does not exist in the current context because what we actually have is number of adults but with a small n. It may seem like a simple, stupid error, but it's quite common. So the same thing on the other side. It's case sensitivity. So that should be fine for there. Also, there's a bit of, that's a tricky one. So right here, this would obviously give us the wrong price, but not throw a syntax error. So it's a logical mistake. This should in fact be a plus. Okay. So that's fine. And the last one. Okay, so this basically should be in inverted commas. Okay. That's how we display text in a message box. And here, the problem we have here, okay, so let me explain this first. So we have price in here, and we can see a convert.toString. Just want to tell you why we use the toString first. So price is of type double, so we've declared it as a double, so it's taking in numerical values. And what we're trying to display is a string, which is text value. So we have to convert that double to a string, meaning, in other words, that numerical value, we have to sort of make it a string so that it can display within a message box. But the error here is not that. The error here is case sensitivity again. So it's a capital P instead of a small letter p. And this should actually work properly now. Didn't sound too confident myself. Okay, so let's take 1 and 1. So it should be 350 times the number of adults, and then 200 times the number of children, and then we add them. That's what your calculation does. So we should get 550 as an example, answer. So here we go, 550. So that's basically the program. Cool.